Okay, so here we go. Let's see who shows up. I hope somebody does. My computer was updating. Let's hope this even still works. Because honestly, I don't know. I can't tell. I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to go on at all. So I was really thinking, gee, I hope it updates in time for me to actually go on when I said I was going to go on. But it took a few more minutes, but not that much more time. So I'm kind of happy. I'm still able to go on. So the show must go on. Hi, how are you doing, Chris? YTFP. What is the FP part? I'm assuming the YT is YouTube. Yeah, wow. This is the first time I only have one person here. I hope everybody's not updating. Oh, hi, Titan. Here we go. I'm going to just talk a little bit and say hi to everybody and greet people to give people a chance to come in. And, oh, for posting. Oh, okay, great. Hey, Cookie. Hey. Mr. Jarvis is here, and he is the security guard. He's our wrench of the evening. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the new moon, because the new moon really is as important as a full moon and as powerful. And a lot of people, in fact, prefer to do ceremonies around the new moon. I prefer to do mine right after the new moon. Usually like a day or so after, which we are. And new moon is new beginnings. So basically, you've got a new chance every month, 13 times a year, because there really are 13 moons in a month. I mean, in a year. 13 months in a year in the old calendar is what I was trying to say. And so you had 13 opportunities to start something new. Also, it's a time when, if you're planting plants, if you have a plant that wants to grow above ground, that you're going to use the stuff mostly above ground, you would want to start it at this time, because this encourages above ground growth. And the opposite is true, because this is a waxing moon, would be called now a waxing moon. That means it's getting larger. And the way that you can tell this, if you look up into the sky, there's a little song about this. It's moon, moon, horns facing east, be increased, moon, moons, horns pointing west, be at rest, be at rest. So the last part of the cycle, the part of the cycle after the full moon, is when you're putting things to rest, when you're finishing things up. And it's also a good time to get rid of things if you need to. Of course, we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. Hi, Portable. Hi, Lucid. Hey. How you doing? Now, let me see. Lucid, you're actually Lady Death, right? A weird animal sign. I want to hear about it. Do you want to come in and tell us about it? Okay, I'll tell you what. Can you tell us about it? And then you can leave. You don't have to stay. You don't even have to write me an email or anything. I can just throw you a link and you can come right in. It's very, very easy. Very simple to be a guest here. So let me see if I can find we usually have a thing. Gosh, the update. Oh, come on now. Where is the button? Where's the button, lass? Holy cow. Oh, that's very weird. Okay, guys, I hate to tell you, but somehow the button that I used to press that worked so nicely to let you in, I don't see it now. But let me see if I can figure that out. Wow, this is freaky. See if this works. Okay. See if this works. I don't know if it will. That may or may not work. Share screen. Okay. It's giving me an infinity. That's not what we need. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is definitely Mercury retrograde. I may have to restart this screen or stream because this is not going away and I can't see what is going on here. Oh my gosh. There's no way to get out of it. Wow, guys. I think I just did something. That was weird. That was very weird. I don't know. Did you try to come in? Oh my gosh, they took it away. So I'm going to have to, I am going to have to complain because now I can't do it as easy as I used to. This is terrible. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be able to have people in like I did in the old times, like I did the first. Wait a minute. I gotcha. Curious. I finally figured it out. I figured it out. I'm so happy. Hi, sweetie. I finally get to see you.
I know, it's been a long time, Dee.
I finally get to see you. Big hugs. Big hugs. Big hugs.
Hugs, hugs, hugs.
Wow, wonderful. Please tell us your wonderful thing. And if you're hearing, let me know if there's any kind of problem. We'll turn down our, if so, we can turn down our sound on this end so that we can not echo if you're getting any kind of thing.
Oh, I muted the YouTube side, so I'm on the StreamYard side. So
okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, that'll work. Oh, you're cute, they're saying. And they're right.
I have, thank you. I've been laying in bed all night, so that's a compliment.
Woo, I'm glad you made it in. I'm really glad. So that works. Haha, I figured out how to do it. I'm a genius. I'm a genius.
Genius.
A genius.
Well, so like my weird animal experience today was like, I know you kind of know me and my dad have a rough background. and he had came in and like chewed me down, and I don't let him get me down anymore. I just realize it's his own internal issues, you know. But I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I had read something that said I go outside to find my roadmap. So I go outside and I sit on the steps. And the first thing that happens is a cardinal flies right past my face, zooms right past my face, okay? So cardinals are supposed to be like visitors from heaven or visitors from spiritual people. And then all of a sudden I see like two squirrels playing on a branch, like right there by me. And it's a thing to take life less serious, apparently. A sign of two squirrels playing together. And
There
then
were 2 squirrels.
and then there were 2 pigeons in the tree, and they were cawing like crows, which was really odd. And they're supposed to be harmony and peace and represent like physically strong people that can't be disturbed easily. And that's kind of where I was trying to be mentally. Don't let him disturb me. And then, which I swear is my spirit animal, because every time I see a hawk, I'm like, slow down, pay attention, something's going on. And then something like, I don't know, that could have went wrong doesn't happen. But then my spirit animal, the hawk, I don't know if it's truly my spirit animal, but I feel it is, just flew over the sky like right above me. And that's supposed to be like, let your creative spirit flow, or to seize your vision and intuition and stuff like that. And, you know, just focusing on the task at hand, which was me trying to use the world as my roadmap. And that was kind of my animal experience today. All happened within like 1 minute.
Cool. Wow, that was very cool. Well, what I know about it is, or how I have learned. Okay, now I need to know what are you guys seeing? Are you seeing both of us or one of us? What are you seeing actually? Let me try a different layout and see. Now I hope I don't lose you. If I do, I'm sorry. Did that do anything, you guys? Did that change anything? Now you're seeing both, or were you seeing both before? Because I can have up to 6 people in here. Ooh, I could have 6 of us in here. We could have some kind of orgy then, right? Not really. Well, let's see. I have some understandings about, first of all, squirrels. Because one time I hit one of our black squirrels, which is bad because they're protected. And they came down from Canada, see, and Squirrel is the Kent mascot. You really don't want to run over a squirrel, but I did. And so I looked into squirrels, you know, all about squirrels. But really what I got from the animal medicine card book on squirrels, among other things, is they're the Boy Scouts. Be prepared. Always be prepared. They're always preparing for winter. And, you know, they really like protecting their nuts. And,
Right.
you know. But, and they're nutty about nuts. So, I don't know, some of you. There's background now? There's background? So you're just seeing background?
I can look over on my side.
No, that's okay. How about now? I'm just wondering. I can't see what you're seeing, folks.
Now I see us sharing the screen. It takes a second, I guess, because they're a lag for them.
Ah, yeah, that has the black squirrels. Yeah, the black squirrels. Well, squirrels are being prepared. Squirrels are also a lot of frenetic, chaotic energy, and they can act a little squirrely, and it can actually mean squirrely too. But I think the biggest thing I took away from that was they're always prepared. and they're always storing up. They're very they're also like rabbits. They breed. They really breed. So, it's like fertility also. And I believe they're one of the little trickster animals. The one animals, the gecko squirrels, probably are a good example. But anyway, yeah, I think we got some of those gecko squirrels around here. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Chris. Lucid is now bigger. She's bigger. Ooh, baby. Lucid is bigger. How about this? When I do this, how does that do? Oh, see, I have the ultimate power. I can make us bigger. One pill makes you larger, and another pill makes you small.
And the one that mother gives you won't do anything at all.
Oh, I'm going to do some singing on here. Now, if you guys like to, I would definitely do some singing on here. I hope YouTube takes it well, because I plan on doing some singing. But I do have some of my own songs, so you can't really get on my case if I'm not. I can't hardly, do anything to my own copyright. I mean, I can't say anything if it's my song. So I figure I can sing some of my stuff. So, oh, she's even bigger now? You're even bigger. Okay, that's really weird. So let's see. There's this. There's this. What does that do?
I'm full screen now.
Ooh, what does this do? Probably takes a minute. And then I got another one here. What does that do? Okay. So what does this do, people? What's going on? What are you seeing? Are we both there?
I can see both of us.
Okay, that's great. Okay, because I want to show you some things. That pill makes her small. Okay.
I love that Jefferson Airplane song.
Me too. That is, I think, the national anthem of Kent. That one.
No. Who's the other one that does
Yeah, man. We're dead in Ohio. It's either that or we're dead in Ohio.
We're dead in Ohio. Yeah.
So, it has to be one of
them. Kent?
Yes, I live right in Kent.
Cool.
They did even perform that song live here once. They actually did For Dead in Ohio here one time.
Wow.
And that was really cool. I have to say I was there for that, and all of us could swear we saw the pictures of the people getting shot, the shooting on the hill, the newsreels. It's like it was playing for all of us. It was really interesting. So yeah, we actually had them on site singing the song. It was wild. It was something. So anyway, other than our squirrels, black squirrels were also famous for, unfortunately, 4 deaths. Oh well. But the hawk, what I know of the hawk is the messenger. So when you get a visit from a hawk, you're getting a visit from a messenger. It means messages coming and they're on the way. And if your totem is hawk, it means you're a messenger.
Oh.
Right. And it's also taking a larger view, taking a higher view, because, they have a very good eyesight. So, okay. That's okay, Portable. You know what? When we start singing, you'll probably hear it, and you don't really need to see anything. You can just listen and tune in, look at it later or something. But it's nice that you came. I'm really glad you came. So thank you for coming. So must be a student. Oh, a student. A student. Okay, so you guys are really helping me a lot because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying very hard, but I have no idea what I'm doing, really. I'm just kind of winging it. So this is new, and this is, I think, only my fifth live stream. And so anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the new moon and what it's good for. One of the things that people do during a new moon, and say this is a great thing, a lot of people find, since this is a time for growing, that they ask for prosperity or abundance at this time and write the proverbial prosperity check, which is you basically write yourself a check and sign it law of abundance. And so basically this is kind of a little ceremony you do for yourself where you can, and really when you do it, you usually find that some kind of extra money comes in.
Yeah.
And I have forgotten to do it. I will be doing it tonight. But you can do it a moon cycle, a moon orb, if they call it an orb or a shadow. It lasts about 3 days. So it's at its strongest effect for the day before, the day after, and the day of. But it really lasts for 3 days before and 3 days after. So even if it's 3 days after or 3 days before, you could still use the energy of the new or the full moon. So I hear that we just had a new moon, and so write your prosperity checks for change. Let's see. And Titan asks, do you think the moon phases create opportunities for change, more fluid, or do we have to make our own breaks happen? I think both. What do you think, Lucid?
I think both. I think you've got to kind of manifest your destiny along with the moon changes. Like you said, writing yourself a check for prosperity. I mean, they go hand in hand.
Right. I think working with the cycles is a good idea, but you're still on your own reconnaissance as far as what you do.
Right.
I mean, you can't just expect them. Maybe some lucky people get it that way, but most of us can't just expect things to fall in our lap for nothing. You have to put a little bit of intention and effort. And I've really been working at intending, and I have gotten a lot of wonderful things to happen. So I really say, even if you don't write a prosperity check, set some intentions for the new moon. Set some intentions and let them grow and watch them grow. And then you'll be surprised right around the time of the full moon. Usually that's when they show up.
Very
The
true.
full moon is actually the period when you receive things. Then it's great. It's a great system. And then if there's something you need to get rid of, that's waning moon. So that is just a basic shamanic thing that I was taught. And Mama and Lucid. Titan is saying he likes it. Okay, good. Thank you. So is there any other questions? Or do you want me to start? You can get more questions. We're here a little while. I have a little time. I think there might even, I hope there are going to be a few more people show up, but if there isn't, that's okay too. I think we're doing pretty good for Mercury retrograde. We got some people that we don't normally see. And I got Lady Death here. Well, which is great. She's never been here before, so.
And I'm a Libra. I'm supposed to be doing well right now, so I will be doing well this month.
I hope so. You know what? This is the funniest thing. 2020 has actually been fairly good to me. When I look back on it, I had a few things, but like everybody else, but really it hasn't been a terrible year for me personally, although for some people it's been horrible. I don't know what to think of it, but things have actually been getting better for me. Oh, Titan is laughing. Don't encourage him. I'm sorry, but I'll encourage him. I'll encourage you all. If anybody else wants to come in here, I can get you in here too with the same link. Yay!
I think 2020 has been like a year for internal growth. If you could look at it in a positive way and focus on your inner self. And so many people right now are focused on everything out there and all the craziness going on. But this is like our time to focus on ourselves. It's the earth giving us a chance to look within, you know?
Exactly. I think really this has probably been good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because there are people waking up in droves. There are people looking at things that they never looked at before. They never had time because we're a society filled with distractions. And when you're always distracted, you never get to really look into anything. And now that people have a chance to do that, they're finding out, wow, things are not the way that we were told, you know?
Not at all.
Right. And everything we grew up with being told was wrong. And I have a song about that. I do have, and it starts out, it goes, if you find the truth you've been told are really only lies, follow me down the rabbit hole, you'll learn the same as I. Because it's not just the things that we don't know, it's the things that we're sure of that just ain't so, just ain't so, just ain't so, that really trip us up, you know.
I like that.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to be recording that soon. I've got a copy written, so you can't steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get in trouble for my own copyright, though.
Maybe I can make you a guitar riff to go along with it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I play guitar too. Maybe we got a band going on here. Anybody else want a band? Ah, your relaxation time to stop and reflect. Yes. There you go. Year of relaxation. Yep. You actually get a chance to stop and think. Nature's splendid in abundance. And I've actually had some abundance in my life. I've realized a lot of people are realizing you can have abundance with you even without having money. It is possible.
Oh, yes.
It is really possible. Yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool if if we would be sitting here playing and you'd be playing your guitar and I'd be singing. That would be really cool. Yeah, we could have a band. I could have up to 6 people. We could have a 6-piece band. Would that rock? Oh my God, we got to try it. It might be a total disaster or it might be really cool. And you know me, I like to experiment. My creature is alive, alive. Sorry, a little overacting.
You gotta let it out. You gotta
let it out. Pagan karaoke night here on the channel. Pagan karaoke night here for you. Next, we're going to sing the goddess song. We all come from the goddess. That's the name. Yeah. Let me see you. No. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get in trouble for some of these. I mean, probably nobody's even going to know that it's really a song that would be working at YouTube. I mean, it's not at any of the major record companies, so maybe they wouldn't even recognize it.
They have algorithms that pick up certain tunes, so I mean,
algorithm.
The worse you sing,
algorithm.
I said the worse you sing, the better. The less chance they have of picking up the actual version.
Who could ask for anything more?
There you go.
There we go. Laughter is the best abundance. Absolutely. You know what? If I didn't have a sense of humor, I wouldn't have made it to this stage of life because when I was a little kid, I was practically suicidal. I hated it. And I didn't like, well, they kept telling us that we were going to die in a nuclear blast. What kind of thing is that to tell a kid? Then later kids, they were saying, I'm sorry, you can't have sex because of AIDS. You got to be careful. You might die of that. You know, they're always trying to tell us what we're going to die of. Now look what we got. You're all gonna die. You're gonna die. You know what?
Die from drinking too much water. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not afraid. I'm pretty sure I already had COVID. And I even am having one of the after effects. I find out it's like the Swiss Army knife of weird diseases. It might do any again thing to you, and they're going to attribute it to COVID. So months later, you can start losing your hair, which I have. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, a lot of stuff is coming out my brush. I'm like, what's going on? And then one of my friends said, oh, geez, hate to tell you, but that's one of the possible side effects of COVID.
well, I don't feel like
Great.
yeah.
It can be months later that you can have stuff happen like that. So
Yeah.
I'll grow it back, but I mean, I will figure out how to do that. But meanwhile, I guess I'm going to wear a hat always for a while. It doesn't look that bad though. I haven't lost. It's not like I've lost all my hair. It's just like it's thinner than normal. But just letting you guys know, it can happen. Weird stuff can happen. That's why you pick your nose, but don't pick your friend's nose. You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, you can't pick your friend's nose. That's what they say. It's real wisdom. Real wisdom for real people. Hi, Elaine. How you doing, sweetheart? And once again, anybody wanting to come in, get yourself backstage this way. Backstage at the concert, man. You can come right backstage with us. Okay, I'm going to do some smudging. Would you guys like me to do some smudging? I got some stuff to smudge here.
Smudge my ass too. Oh.
Smudge your ass? I don't want to smudge your ass. Well, you can smudge your own ass, okay? I don't know if I'm really into that, nor that sun bumming either. That's how you get a tangina.
Well, I say exit only, but
Yeah, exit only. Yep, Renee. Okay, I have a candle here, and by the way, all the elements. I have all the elements here, representative of the elements. Here is my smudge stick, okay, which I have just lit, and I'm smudging the whole area. This is my abalone shell, which is what you put the smudge in so that you don't burn things. It's like a beautiful bowl, and if you see the rainbow colors, that represents the whirling rainbow. See, I don't know how much of it you can see. And so I'm going to let this burn just a little bit. And you can imagine it coming to you and cleansing your aura, because that's what we do. This is sage. White sage is for cleansing, and it's to take the negative stuff out. So, we just smudge it. And then the feather represents is the element of air. And so we use the feather to move it around. I don't know if you're seeing this really well. Let me see. I'm going to have to look on my screen and see there. Okay. So we got you smudged. That's how you start everything. You want to clean before you do anything else to clear your space. Then the next thing you do, and I have a candle here, I have just a little tea light candle representing fire. Okay. And this is that, I forget what they call this, powder or something like that. It's an aromatic wood. Now, I used to always use sweetgrass, and this is to bring in the sweetness, to bring in the sweet spirits. And it has a beautiful smell. So just imagine a beautiful smell. Hi, Em. How you doing?
Hey, I'm Kat. Long time no see.
Oh, nice seeing you, MCAT. Okay. So that's to sweeten you up. I hope it did. And okay, and now we're ready to begin. Oh, and I have to show you, I have crocheted a little paradoily. That's my symbol of Earth. I crocheted a paradoily, and that's what I'm calling them, paradoilies. If you would like a little paradoily for your altar, it doesn't have to be this shape. It can be some other thing, but I can crochet pretty well. Let me know. I'm going to be making paradoilies. Cool. Cool. Dumping milk. Yeah, hey. Yeah, milk and cookie. Okay, so, well, the next thing is we start to, now I am actually starting a ceremony. Now, you don't have to participate, and if you don't want to participate, you can just say, say or think to yourself, I'm not participating, I'm just observing, and that's okay. If you want to participate, think, I'm participating. This is a shamanic ceremony. It's not to any particular god, but the God of your understanding is who you can call on in this case, and I will not be playing favorites. I will let you choose among yourselves what the God of your understanding or who the God of your understanding is. Okay, and so I call the God of our understandings to preside over this. Also, the spirits of the wise elders, our highest and best guides, are all of our allies, are the lovely good elementals, all of the good guides. I'm just going to put it this way. All of our highest and best and good guides that are helpful and benevolent. And I'm going to leave it at that so that I don't upset anybody. This is fine. They know who they are. Your guides know who they are. Okay. So, and I'm also asking for the protection of the directions to keep out any intruders and anything that is not benign and helpful in all of the directions. I'm just going to do them all at once because we're going to sing. Now I'm going to sing the song that I wrote. It's a song for the elements. And if you kind of get the hang of the song, you can sing it along at home. And hi, Strangeland. I saw you. Much protection. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. 11:11. Perfect. Perfect. And here it's 12:12.
Well, that.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to start to sing because I did this last night for someone. It turned out very well. Hope it does this time too. And this is my song for the Earth. This is the Earth Rebirth song because we're rebirthing another month. And for some, this is also New Year. And so we are going to call this the rebirth, the renewal. We're getting ready for renewal and rebirth. And I think we really are, folks. I think we really are getting ready for things to change in a big way. So let's welcome it in and make it really positive. All your highest and best intentions. Really positive, folks. I'm starting. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Water, wash away my tears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Fire, burn away my fears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Air, carry up my prayers. 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 We do this 3 times. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. If you're singing along, it's 4 times. Water, wash away my tears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Fire, burn away my fears. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. Air, carry up my prayers. 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 Earth, earth, help me to rebirth. For some reason, I'm only doing it twice this time. It must be something about duality that we're dealing with here. And then it goes back around. We came around the circle this way. That was the change. That is the counterclockwise movement. We have cleared. We have cleared. Now we are going to go forward in that circle, in the elements. And the way we do that is air, blow the winds of change. 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 Okay. Fire gives power to rearrange. Fire gives power to rearrange. Fire gives power to rearrange. Water flows, I am refilled. Water flows, I am refilled. Water flows, I am refilled. Earth helps me to rebuild. Earth helps me to rebuild. Earth helps me to rebuild. Air blows, water flows. Fire glows, earth grows. That's it. Okay. We have a circle. We have a sphere, in fact. And within here, we can launch our intentions safely. And I hope you enjoyed that. What do you want, Lucid? What do you want to birth? You still there, honey?
Yeah.
You're thinking, huh? That's okay. Take your time.
I just would really like to get my physical self back, you know. Start over my physical health, my mobility, and get rid of the chronic pain and all that great stuff.
I'm working on that myself. And if you need any help with that, let me know, because I know a lot of good tricks.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot of good things, and I've gotten rid of a lot of things. Hello, Renee. How you doing? Interestingly enough, you know, Native Americans included the star beings in their ceremonies because they knew about them. They knew about UFOs and extraterrestrials and everything. They knew about all that. And really, I think probably they know a lot more if you could get an elder to tell you. But the problem is they have tried to tell people before and people have disrespected them. So why? And they've gotten in trouble for it. You can even get in trouble for telling the truth about that. Why should they bother to tell us if all people are going to do is make fun of them? Right? So yeah, we're talking about that too. They already know that these things exist. They know that Sasquatch exists. They know Dogman exists. They know fairies and elves and all of the other tribes. I mean, they talk about all of them. They talk about all of them. And some of the ceremonies, they list them. So, you know, they know.
They say we're people of the stars. The stars are what we're made of. I mean,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Yes, some insist that they came from the stars. Other insist that they came up from the earth, where they were being protected from something. And we know that this place has been through quite a lot. So it could be that this was maybe one of the stories of one of the so-called what they're calling resets.
Right.
So, you know, we do have some history. It's just been buried. And I'm sure the Native Americans know it. I'm sure the elders know. And I hope we get some of it recorded before we lose that information.
Well, my people, the Blackfoot Indians, had some elders tell some of their stories, which you have to only move up so high and be a certain age before the group above you passes the stories down to you. And a lot of the kids don't want to learn the stories and pass them on to their children, so it's dying off.
We got to do something about that. Okay, that's going to be one of my intentions. That's a good intention. Let's intend that that changes and that we actually reclaim our history. I think we need to know our history so we don't repeat it.
Very much.
Since I put up the circle, it's warm in here now.
I can feel the warmth, but I can feel my room's cold from the AC, but I feel a warmth around me.
Isn't that strange? Yeah, I feel it's really warm now.
Yep.
Wow. I think we have a fire element. You know, we might have a fire elemental that's coming through.
Well, what's your elemental sign, personally?
I'm a fire sign.
Okay, I'm an air. We go together. Yeah.
Your air? Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, well, we're no wonder it's getting warm. And Reiki energy also will make it warm. So if I'm flowing in, if energy is flowing through me now, and I feel that it is, because some people who can see have actually seen me when I do these things sprout wings. They've actually seen it, but the wings look different to different people. It's really kind of weird.
I wish you were close to me. I need a Reiki master or a Reiki practitioner of some sort so bad.
We can do that. I can put you in touch with my Reiki master.
Yeah.
I know some Reiki. I don't know. I never took formal training. Actually, that is something that everybody can do. And it was taught in public schools for a while, but they took it out. Way early on, they did teach it in public schools in this country. They took it out. So that's
they sterilized everything, and everything went away.
Yeah, they sterilized it all. Boy, what a mess they made too. So maybe that should be another intention, that we have real medicine come back.
Yeah.
Real medicine actually makes you well instead of just treating you forever. Oh, well, thank you, Titan, for letting me know that, because I don't know what effect it's having on people. It's always nice to know. But we are connected. We really are connected. And through the heart, we are obviously connected. Either that or it's acid reflux. You know, Jarvis thinks it's acid reflux. That's okay.
We have a heart brain. We have a heart brain for sure.
We do. Yeah, Lucid is on. So is Lucid completely on the screen, or am I on there too? Or
I think we're sharing.
Think we're sharing? Okay. Yeah. We've got, oh, you're just telling them who's on with me.
Oh,
Yeah, my special guest is Lucid.
AKA
Yes, here she
Death.
is. So there you go. Okay. I think that's another one. Another one is prosperity for all of you and abundance. And prosperity does not always have to be money. It can just be whatever you need when you need it. Having what you need when you need it is a type of prosperity. It's like whether it costs you money or not, it's irrelevant. Sometimes things don't cost you money. I thought I was going to have some money to pay moving people, and people just showed up out of the blue to help me move with a truck. And they worked like a while on this. I mean, they did a wonderful, a very good job. It was amazing. And now that, and when COVID hit, they just kind of disappeared. I don't even hear from them now. They, he inherited a house and went somewhere, and they just took off. So it was like just that time, that magic time, they just showed up and helped me move, and there you go. That is having what you need when you need it, and that is prosperity. So as long as you have what you need when you need it, you have got prosperity. And if you have a little bit over, and this is what I will also intend, that you have some over to have fun with. Yes. Oh, tapping works too. I tried that like ages ago. I looked into that. And I also looked into something called, what do they call that now? Access consciousness, which involves a process that I will show you at some point, but actually it can clear things. And what it is, interestingly, is you say this little paragraph of stuff. You say, you figure what you need to uncreate and destroy that's causing something that is giving you trouble. And then you say this paragraph, and that stands in for pages and pages and pages of process. And what they're calling process, a lot of people would call an incantation. So you call it yeah. So basically, they're telling reality what needs to be done, which we're all supposed to be able to do.
Yep.
Because we're creators. So one of the messages I got from Grandmother Ocean last night, which is the ocean, Grandmother Ocean to the Native Americans is the ocean spirit, is remember you create with your words vibrations. The vibrations make a frequency. The frequency creates everything. So I would say neurolinguistics may be a good thing to study.
Yeah.
Yes, the science of what you say manifests.
Definitely.
Yes, you want to be careful what you say. Here on in, and really we're going to become more and more, as you get more into the studies, you find you are more responsible for your words.
Yep.
And using your words correctly. You'll be more and more held responsible. And things can happen pretty fast. I know somebody who found that out like way too just the wrong way. So I'm not going to go into it though.
Now, what is tapping? Can you explain that?
What?
Tapping? Somebody, Portable Tree mentioned tapping. What is tapping?
Yeah, tapping is, there are various places that you tap. Is that called, I know they have a name for that. But there's places that you tap. Here's one of them. That you say something, you say
Oh, okay. You don't have to tap
something, and then you tap these different places. I also know somebody who teaches that. And I know some places to direct you for that too. I know somebody who does that. Lucid, Portable Tree wants to know, do you have access to roses?
I have a bunch of rose bushes in my yard that are full of blooms right now, yes.
Lovely.
too when they pass away.
Lovely. And you can work with colors. Yes, you absolutely can work with colors. You can work with colors, and you can work with candles, and you can work with different colored candles to mean something. You can also work with colors in the form of stones. You can work in the form of cloth. Oh, you feel good? Oh, you got to go. I understand. It's kind of late. I love you, and thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Titan, for coming. Okay, close it up for Titan. Open the circle for Titan and let Titan go. And blessings. With blessings, dream well. The emotional freedom technique, yes, EFT. Okay. Not ticks. Yeah. Titan. He's a gentleman. I love Titan. He's a great guy. He really is. Okay, so I think I would intend that too. That let's intend that we each find the ways that we need to be able to heal ourselves, heal our pain, and get out of pain, and be able to live the kind of life that makes it all worthwhile. Everything we've been through. Be able to do the things that make life really worthwhile, be able to really enjoy ourselves, and be able to help others along too. And if anybody needs help with that, I know a lot of good tricks for getting yourself out of pain and for healing and because I've had a lot happen to me. Portable Tree is giving us some tips. Says, take a scented rose bloom, soak it overnight, then drink the water minus the rose flower. It will be good for you. And that's an infusion, right? Yes.
I'm willing to try anything. I'm down.
Yes. Well, actually, I will tell you that herbs are one thing that I have always sworn by and one of the herbs that I find is extremely helpful. There's two of them for pain. One is arnica. The other one, though, is comfrey. My gosh, a decoction of comfrey, making tea out of comfrey, that will take your pain. Eating comfrey will take away your pain. Wrapping yourself in comfrey will take away your pain. Putting it in your bath water will take away your pain. And it is very nutritious, so you can eat it as a green as well. And it really will also heal things really fast. If you have anything that needs healed fast. But my cat was in a lot of pain. She had a lot of things wrong. She ate a leaf. The leaves of comfrey grow really long.
Mm-hmm.
And the stem is long too. So this thing was over a yard long, right? This leaf line there was over a yard long, and the cat is barely that long, right? I'm thinking, how am I going to get my cat to eat comfrey? I turn back around and I look, and here she's got just a little tip of it sticking out of her mouth.
Oh, wow.
She had, yeah.
They sense things. They know, animals know. It's like, like the natives knew. They know what heals them,
Yeah, she took that and she glommed that. And had this picture of it. Probably the stem was in her tail and it was a cartoon. But this thing was as long as her, and she'd eaten practically the whole thing. So I could not keep this stuff away from her. Then I told her, because I could talk to my cat and I talk to animals. I can talk to some animals. You talk to your animals?
All the time.
Of course, they talk back too, right?
I know my dog's bark, what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
When he's tattletelling, when he's got to go outside, when he's hungry, when he wants a treat. We know.
Yeah, basically, and Portable is giving us some more instructions. So I'm going to put that on the screen while we're talking. Portable, do you want to come in and talk too about something? We can bring you in too. Here is the link. And hopefully it works.
And I never look at the camera, so I always have crazy eyes. Sorry, guys.
Crazy. Well, that isn't really a song. But so another time I told my cat, I had just gotten a fresh batch of them. I had them in the sink. I was getting ready to wash them off. I had to walk away. I said, remember, don't eat them all while my back is turned. I have got to have some of this too. Leave some for me. So I come back, and off of all of them, she'd eaten the stems off of all of them, and she'd eaten the very tips off of all of them. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, Mal, I told you to save me some. And she looks at me and she says, I did. I saved you some of it, each one of them. I saved you most of it. She looks so innocent. It's like they're so literal. They're like kids. Yeah. She was like, I saved you some. I saved you most of it. It's great. Oh, it's distracting. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Cool. Yeah, animals are funny, and they have a good sense of humor, too. If you don't believe it, once you start communicating, oh, yeah. Dogs usually have a pretty good sense of humor. Cats do, too. They're a little sneakier sense of humor, though.
Oh, yeah.
And you could get too excited if you found your dog would run over and eat them and slobber on the rest. Well, gee, they don't taste the same without dog slobber. Goodness. You need some dog slobber on them for sauce, No,
not my dog slobber, no.
My cat, I don't know. For years, I didn't know what anything tasted like without a few cat hairs in it.
Oh.
It's a special seasoning.
My dog's favorite treat comes from cats, if you know what I mean.
Honestly, that's another thing. I hope people do get to know their animal. I hope they gain their, what some people call superpowers, but really it's just powers we're supposed to have. It's just abilities we're supposed to have, is to be able to talk to our animals and hear them. That would be great. Imagine the conversations some people would have. Boy, would they learn a lot, huh? Mm-hmm. So, you could learn a lot from people's pets. I used to joke that, all God needs to do is just ask your pets. If God wants to know, if anybody, just ask your pets, because you'll do anything in front of your pets and not even think about it. So they see it all. Dogs are weird. Yeah, cats and dogs can get along really quite well. Yep. It's just that to a cat, dogs are very rude. And they can be. But then they get used to each other. So, it's great. So, does anybody out there in chat, does anybody have a intention that they would like to put forth during this ceremony? Like getting A's in whatever you're studying. I think I would like to make sure, now I'm not going to say one way or the other, but I would like to ask that whatever is the highest and best for the elections happens.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. Healing for all of us. I would ask for, dogs do not please the feline overlords. Bum, 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 bum.
See, it depends on the feline. But yeah, my cat looks at our dog sometimes like, what's your problem? But that's my dad's boxer. Big Daddy is my cat. He's 16, and he's grown up with Bruno, my dog, who is going to be 14 next year. So they kind of have a little telepathic thing going on. But Bill the boxer is just on another planet. We don't know what's it, what
My
his.
cats and dogs always had some kind of telepathy.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
always did, and they always would play games with each other. It was great fun to have a cat and a dog.
Healing for all and clarity for all. That's a great thing for
That's a good one. Clarity for all.
Oh gosh, yes.
And that the very best thing happens, whatever that would be, very, very best thing that can happen to us happens for the elections and after that.
After that too is very important.
And healing from the affliction of politics.
Right?
And politicians.
That's like 3D, y'all. There's a whole world out there that matters. There's things going on nobody even thinks about.
Well, thank you, Portable. No, that was very
yeah,
sweet of you. Thank you. And Strangeland says, all God's creatures have a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, and some sing out loud on a telephone, or clap their hands, or anything you got, or they buzz, or Elaine, she knows who to give her the treats. That's right. The dog knows who's giving her, who's paying her wages, basically. The horn of cornucopia blesses us all. That's perfect for this time of year, Portable. That's a perfect thing. Yes, that's a wonderful one. Anybody have any other intentions they would like to put forth during this ceremony? Because very soon, if we don't put forth any, if we have no more, I'm going to be closing the ceremony and then we'll go on to other things. But I do want you to have a chance to participate if you want, if you desire. So think about, and we'll talk a little bit more.
I'm from Louisiana, strange land. It's a strange land here.
The will to carry on. Elaine, yes, I intend that for you and everybody who is going through the same kind of thing. It's so hard during it, and especially during COVID, we had so many people just going nuts from the isolation. We're not really meant to live in a bubble, and we're not meant to live 6 feet apart. We're not meant to live way, way apart from everybody and everything.
I've been 3 years in isolation, you guys, ever since I got in an accident. So like this COVID thing on top of it is just like icing on the cake.
Yeah, you get in an accident, it messes you up, and then it seems like that can last a long time. But you know what? The other thing it has done is it has put me on the shamanic path, because as you are trying to heal yourself, you learn how to heal others.
You know a lot about yourself, yes.
Elaine, if you can feel the hug that I'm sending you, and I know what it's like to lose loved ones. I have no family left, so it's just me. Everybody else is in spirit now. A lot of numbers would help. Yep. Vast sums of money for all of us. Then we buy our own private island, have an Earthship colony, go off the grid.
All the money in the world doesn't buy happiness, people. You can't get out there and use it,
But it might rent it for a minute or two. Might
make
rent it
it easier.
the hour, maybe. I don't know. But it won't buy it permanently. Yeah. Yeah. We learn much about ourselves through all of this. Yes, we do. We do, Chris. And Portable Tree says, and I know some of us feel this way too. Kind of enjoyed isolation. No expectations. Right, socially or otherwise. Exactly. You know what? That's a new thing for some people. And some people have already decided they like it, and they're kind of upset about having to go back to the rat race.
Doesn't you mean?
Because, I did kind of enjoy it because I wasn't expected to be anywhere at all for any reason.
Had to be a lot of places. So, doctor's appointments, physical therapy, all that great stuff.
Well, that kind of thing. But I mean, I didn't, there was all this stuff that it seemed like a lot of the busy crap that we
Yeah.
do was gone. And that was just busy, distracting crap. That was all gone. Which was fine with me because I got a lot of other stuff done. So I was okay with it. I'm kind of like that anyway. I kind of like time to myself.
I'm
Oh,
recluse. Yeah.
oh, it doesn't buy sadness. It doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't buy any of those things. Those things got to come from inside us.
Yep.
Yes, Elaine, money doesn't buy happiness or sadness or anything. Money, and those are the things that really matter the most because how you feel, your quality of life, and what's going on between your head is the biggest thing.
And that's why the awakening is so painful. Everybody sees it as such a peaceful thing, but awakening and realizing that, some things you can't get back in life and what you need to appreciate, it's a tough thing to grasp and, get through.
Yeah, me too. I always thought, if I had a lot of money, I know I would do a lot better with it than a lot of people have done with theirs.
Yeah.
A lot of people who have, I mean, the people who have the most money do the least with it.
Yep.
It's really disgusting, and I think that needs to stop. And I think we need to have it spread out among us a little more. And I think that total thing needs to end.
And it's sad because if they do a donation, they get a tax write off. So even if we raise the taxes on them, they won't have to pay the raised taxes because they gave a donation,
Right?
it's like a catch 22 situation. What are we going to really do?
Yeah. And really, so we got to change. Well, then our intention, and remember, always put your intention in positive terms.
Sure. Yeah.
Always put it in positive terms that we would like to see that kind of prosperity for everybody to give us the power to do exactly what we need to do when we need to do it, and fulfill our dreams and our mission on life. We all come in with some kind of mission, I think. And Strangeland said, it can't buy love, but you just got to hope to meet a balanced, loving woman. Well, or man. I gotta say, I haven't met anybody around here that fits that. I wish I could.
In the same boat.
Yeah. And I had a reading, and I would never say this about myself, but I did have a couple of readings. I said, what is it? I just can't seem to find anybody around here. And the reader just came flat out and said, there is nobody worthy of you around here. They're just all a bunch of idiots, mostly.
That's how I feel. I'm not to be hateful, but
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's what I've been meeting, a bunch of idiots, really, just, you
yeah,
know. She said, no, there's nobody like that around here. That's why it's not you. It's just they're not around.
yeah.
Wow. So it may not be you. It may just be that wherever you are. Okay, let's see. Portable tree. 75% of homeless in Australia are women over 55. Really? Would like a tiny home commune with counselors and so forth. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going down in Australia. I mean,
Yes. Let's intend that changes too,
yeah.
that we have something like that in Australia. Yes, and everywhere actually, because honestly, there are people who don't even know that there are. I have actually had people say there are homeless in Kent. It's like, yes. There you
Every
go. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying everywhere. I mean, you get old enough in prison and you get senile enough, they just let you go on the street because they know you're not a threat to anybody. So, it's just, it happens everywhere. And then Victoria, Australia, my thoughts and prayers and good intentions go out to those people for sure. I know it's some crazy stuff
Right.
happening.
And all the homeless people, because I know that the statistics are that we have, I think it's up to 3 times as many homes as homeless people in this country, which means everybody could be homed 3 times over. Why aren't they?
Misappropriation of funds.
Money going in the wrong pockets.
Yep.
Yes. And there's many sneaky ways that you can lose your place. So we need to change that as well. That's got to stop, and we need to have something much better come in. And Strangeland wants a time machine to go to view the historical past, not to change me, but to view the historical past. And you know what's strange? I'm going to be talking about something eventually, a memory of mine. And I think you would find it very interesting because I have a memory of a time in the future when we exactly have that. We exactly have that. You can go and have and live virtually in the past for a while and have total immersion. That's what I remember is we have a total immersion VR. And we have people who are very strong remote viewers who can view any point in our history or anywhere, and they view and record and make it available to people. I will have to talk about this memory, because if this occurs in the future, then it will occur throughout all time because it deals with time and temporality. Therefore, if temporality is a word, therefore it exists now, so to speak. And that's complicated, but I'll explain it at some point because we're really not taught to wrap our head around time. It makes very little sense to us. Okay, so sad, the vacant buildings, right. Why do we have vacant buildings instead of people living in there? And Chris says, I hear they're housing homeless in BC. For the winter, the cost is $30 million. All this time, that is all it took. Guess what? If they hadn't been kicked out of their homes in the first place, it wouldn't even cost that much.
I lost my childhood home to eminent domain. The city decided they wanted to put a road through our house, so they could do it.
They can. They can. Yep. Portable tree. The cost of housing a prisoner is approximately $265 a day, and that's why they're doing all of these stupid laws. Is because the stupid stuff. The more people that you have, the more you get paid for those prisoners. That needs to change as well. That also needs to
Petty
change.
crimes, yes.
Pay for education. Pay for helping these people with their psychological problems that put them in that situation, that made them think they had to do whatever it is they did. That, what was the problem that made them think they had to be like that? That's what we need. We need ways to help these people become real people instead of whatever it is they became that put them in that situation.
Yeah.
Whether it be homeless or poor or angry or drunk or addicted or whatever it was they did.
There's always an underlying factor. There's
always some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, may we find that out, and may they get help. May they all get help to become real people, to become people who are worthy and worthwhile, and get help with whatever their issue is. Chris Jarvis said I would love a big cabin in the woods and a family of Bigfoot who like me and hate who I hate. Are you really sure? Okay. Okay, Cookie. Ah. Bigfoot party at his cabin. But you know what? They're going to eat all the deer meat. And they're going to eat all of the peanut butter and crackers. Yeah, they won't be eating peanut butter and crackers for anybody else. And then we'll have to get used to the taste of Bigfoot hair and everything. Yeah, only snag in my self-sufficient plan is being too wrecked to really be able to chop all the wood. Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for sure.
Absolutely. Be
Words
careful. What you wish.
spells, you guys. Words are spells.
Be careful. You are in a circle. Remember, you are in an intention circle. And if you don't really mean that, I would be rescinding that right now and coming up with something better, because this really could happen. It might not be exactly what you think it is. Yeah, you just might get it. It can happen, and lots of people have done that. They've done something, and then it comes. They don't really expect anything. You know how many stories are like that?
I never went to work again, and then I got in an accident. Now I'm dying to work. I want to,
Right.
be able to do things.
Right.
I can't do anything. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. It might work out. Never ask a question of the universe you really don't want to know the answer to, because it might show you.
And you might be scared.
And you might not like it.
Right.
Because, some of the answers to some of these questions are not very what you really want to know. So always ask a question that you really want to know. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Your words can make things.
I'm dead serious too.
Right. Unfortunately, prison system in America went private years ago. It's a moneymaker now. Yeah, that's true.
So the prison systems went private and the schools went federalized. Is that
that is weird, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Oh, Strangeland said had a position as town council where you live. Where you live. Mm-hmm.
Make some good changes.
Mm. Who's Mr. Standing? Chris, I don't understand that comment. Chris Jarvis. Mr. Standing, come to my house.
He says, I was joking, of course.
I don't know who Standing is, but anyway, I must be out of that particular loop.
Yeah, me too.
Elaine here too. Not the prisons were originally intended to be. No, they weren't. As a matter of fact, the number that you were given as a criminal was to protect your reputation. That was originally what it was, because people thought it would be too embarrassing to use your real name. It wasn't supposed to be any kind of a punishment or dehumanize you. It was supposed to protect your name, particularly your family name. Town councilor. Well, Counselor Strange. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh.
Y'all quit making fun. I'm serious.
Well, you can be joking.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess as long as you say it, maybe Todd Standing. I don't remember who that is. Or is that one of the guys that has a stream? Probably. I didn't get to see much of that stream. I wasn't that interested in it. It just wasn't exactly at that point my kind of thing. Anyway, Chris, Portable World Bigfoot Radio is here. Yay. Hi, and that is Duke. Right? Wait, I want to make sure. Yes, that is Duke.
I remember that.
You threw a show? And I missed it. Doggone. Well, I was so busy earlier. I have an inspection to get ready for, and I'm trying to get my house fixed up real quick because it's tomorrow. Ah! It still feels like
there to help you.
Right. It's just, it feels like an invasion, and I shouldn't feel that way. My place is fine. It's great. They'll come through and they'll find a couple things, I have something wrong, they'll fix it. That's all that's going to happen, really.
Let's manifest that nothing goes bad.
Okay, that everything goes great with it.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
get some things fixed, which I need a couple things fixed. So, what's a no? Hi, Duke. Hi, Duke, 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 watch. Caught some of it. Oh, of Duke's show. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it. Yeah, I just am obsessing over things like I do sometimes. Yes, let's see. Christy says it sounds fine on the, but oh yeah. You know what? You can, hey, yeah. We have a kind of a strange thing. It doesn't sound the same to me as it does when it is broadcast, when it, in the replay. So, yeah, we need people to tell us when things are happening. Oh, add new people to the circle. Yes, allow Duke in if he so wishes. You're right, Portable. Duke, we're having a ceremony. We're about to conclude it though, because everybody is putting their new moon intentions in. I'll give you a chance to put your new moon intention in, but it's 1 o'clock here, and I want you to know we're just about to close the intention circle. And Strangeland going to hit the bunk. Okay, well, sleep well and be safe, and allow Strangeland out of the circle now. And I think I'm about to close the circle. Okay. Nobody else has an intention. And my intention is that all of your best intentions happen. Thank you very much for being in my circle. Thank you very much for coming and sharing your intentions. And thank you all who've participated, all the guides and guardians and everybody, and the ancestors and the elementals and everybody. Thank you so much for being here and sending you our love, sending out love to everybody who participated and everybody who helped. Thank you so much. Okay, may the circle be open, but unbroken. May the love of Creator always be with us. Okay. And back in the Wiccan days, we would have said, marry me, marry part, and marry me again. So, yeah, you can go ahead and throw that link for Duke. He's an old friend. There it is. I see it. Yeah. Okay, the circle is now, the ceremony is closed. The circle is now open. Okay, Strangeland, thanks for stopping by.
Strange.
Good to have you here and hear your thoughts. Maybe someday you'll come in the studio with us and have your say like that, because really I want this to be about you guys too. This is also your show. So, yeah, MCAT is in here. Isn't that something, Duke? MCAT shows up once in a while. Yeah, over here. I think MCAT showed up the last few times. So I really appreciate it, you guys, because like I said, this is something I've been wanting to do. I think I've mentioned it before. I've been wanting to do this since I was in high school. I've been wanting broadcasting, but I could not finish broadcasting school. A lot of things came in the way. I could not finish my degree because any of my degrees because my father died, for one thing, and I had to go out and work. So it didn't work for me working and trying to do all this. I couldn't do it. So didn't work for me. So now, finally, after all these years, I am actually able to do this. And it's so easy. I'm doing it from my home and with a PC and with a service. So I finally got it.
Congratulations.
And so you can intend it, and eventually it comes. It took quite a bit to get to this point too. I had to get a PC that worked. I had to get the PC working. I had to get the stuff that would work with the PC, with this particular PC and everything. So it took quite a lot, but I just toughed it out and went through it, and here I am, and I'm in my new place, which I also intended, and it is a great new place, and it is what I said I would say, and I would say it half kiddingly. People think this isn't true about they think there's some kind of a joke about what you say. But I used to say, when people would ask me where I lived, what the place really was where I used to live was a horrible dump. It really was. I mean, black mold and all kinds of things were wrong with it, and just I'm not even going to go into it here. It was just terrible for my health, and probably the reason I got so sick for a while and had to keep fixing myself and had to keep healing myself and my animals is because of that place being so unhealthy. But this place opened up when I was intending, and then I intended that I was going to get here, and I didn't know how I was going to be able to be here because it's expensive. But then things came about in just the right way that I'm able to be here.
Manifest your own destiny.
I manifested it somehow. But you have to take action, and I had to take action. You have to take action on these intentions. When the chance for your intention comes to be, you must take action. That is now your responsibility. The universe will bring you the opportunities, and it's up to you to take advantage of them.
So very true.
And Portable Tree, it's my pleasure. I think we'll probably be doing this maybe twice a month. We have a little ceremony for the new and the full, if you would like. We can do that, or something else, or something else. It's all up to what you guys want to do. I really appreciate you coming to it and allowing me to do it for you because it feels real good. I feel so warm now. It's so warm in here, and I know it's cold outside. Yeah. Mary came in. Hey, Mary. How you doing? She's our star from last time, and this is our star this time. Hi. Yeah, Robin tried to email you. Yeah, and you know what, Duke, I got to get back with Robin too because I have a few things I really need to talk with her about. So if you can tell her I need to talk to her, I really would even like to have her here if I could. Or maybe we can do something. I want to do something on those creatures. You know which creatures I mean. I really think people need to know more about these creatures, need to know everything they can, because I think they're bothering a lot more people than we know, and they don't know it. Okay? We need to get rid of them. And me and my friend did get rid of them for myself. The scavengers, she calls them scavengers, I call them parasites. We got rid of them. And we need to have a talk about them. And that's all I'm going to call them. I'm not going to give them any credit for being anything better than that. I was parasite, a scavenger, whatever. Okay. So we had a ceremony, Marie. Yeah. We had a nice ceremony, an intention ceremony for the new moon. So you can go back and watch the show and put your intention in too while you rewatch it if you wish. Oh, okay. Well, but you see, it might actually be healing. We could kind of direct the Reiki energy to the foot infection. Maybe it would clear it up. Ah, good old, yeah. My email's been so flaky. And no, I'm not going to say that. My email's great. I used to tell people when they asked me where I live, I used to say, oh, I live in a palatial mansion. This place does kind of look like a mansion, actually. And there's a lot of room here. I have a lot more room than my old place. I mean, my living room is as big as my living room and my bedroom and my so yeah, my front area here is practically as big as my whole old place.
Cool.
Yeah. Marie is having trouble getting on MeWe. They won't give it to her. So we got to go. If you want to see Marie, you got to go on. Facebook, which I hate. But maybe Facebook will end up being taken over by somebody much better, or something. Maybe something will happen, and Facebook will get better because it's kind of worked its way into everything.
I think, yeah, it's been infiltrated.
Oh yeah, that's making me. Yeah, she can't download MeWe. Unfortunately, we'd love it if she could, because it's basically Facebook with no data mining. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's not giving me my time here, how much time I'm using up.
You're at an hour, 36 minutes, and 47 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So I should really be wrapping this up pretty much. Well, thank you. How can you see? Where do you see that?
I'm on StreamYard, not on YouTube, so it's the top left-hand corner of the screen.
Okay. It's not showing it to me,
Huh.
unfortunately. You know what? If something changed with the update, and a lot of things changed their position, and now I can't see a lot of things. A lot of things are gone inky. So that's annoying. I can't keep track of my time. So thank you. If somebody else can see it and help me keep the time. I'm trying to keep it to 2 hours, and then I'm trying to keep it to 5 hours a week so that I don't have to pay extra for it.
Yeah, I'm scared of that. I didn't know they actually charged you for StreamYard. So
Well, after a certain time, you get 20 hours a month, and that equates to about 5 hours a week. So
yeah,
it's pretty good, but it's not enough for most people.
yeah.
Most people find they like it way too well for that. So, is there anything? What do you want to do now, guys? We've got a few more minutes left. I'm going to cut it off at 2 hours. Somebody let me know when we're coming up on 2 hours, because I
Yeah,
can't see it.
22 minutes to go.
We got 22 minutes. What do you guys want to do? But if you're done now, and we're done, if there's something you want to talk about, mention it quickly, and we'll talk about it. If not, I may just end it for now and see you again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow I'll be coming on about the same time. And tomorrow we'll once again be talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. But one of the subject I was, well, actually, yeah, it could be whatever you want to talk about. In my field, I mean, I'm not going to discuss sport. But, cooking is okay. But, I mean, really, paranormal is really my field. That's really my ballpark right there.
Can you see like ancestors around people? Are you a, I don't know. My brain doesn't think of words in the correct order anymore.
Here,
Yeah.
clairvoyant. Yeah.
I've been asking on my grandparents a lot lately, and I don't know how tied they are into you, into the afterlife, or how deep rooted it goes. But I've been trying to find out if my grandpa is helping me at all, and if my grandmother is seeing the son that she raised. That's one of
Yeah.
my things.
The answer to that is yes, she is.
Yeah. And is she happy with what she's saying?
Well, the reason I'm saying yes is because they can see. All you have to do is think about them or talk to them, and they can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
They're constantly looking in on you. I mean, you know, they. Let me see if I can get into your particular ones here. You know, I think I should do this privately.
Yeah.
I think this is going to have to be private. I am getting a funny feeling. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to get in touch with them.
Like, the weird thing is, the grandma I'm speaking of died like right before I was born. Like, me and my brother are 2 years apart. She got to meet my brother, but she didn't get to meet me. And I've seen pictures of her as a teen, and I looked exactly like her. Like, my brother thought it was me in the photograph. Like, we just have all the same traits from what I've been told. I don't know. It's weird. And then we have deep-rooted curses on both sides of our family line. So
You can get rid of those curses.
I just try not to believe in them. I don't know if that works, but
No, it's really a better idea to get rid of them, and I can help with that too.
yeah.
There's ways to do everything.
Yeah.
There's ways to do everything, girl. Let me tell you. Yep. And it is within our power to do these things.
Yeah.
And everybody should be able to do that, because it isn't right to be having these things go through the generation. That's called generational curse.
You don't want to pass that on. You want to get rid of it. You want to stop it.
Yes. Well, we can talk about that sometimes too. We can do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the ancestral guidance and the curses will sometimes stop you from getting your guidance, which is good for you. I mean, usually they do try to help you. A lot of times we'll find, when we finally do get in touch with them, that for a long time they've been trying to get in touch with us. And we just haven't seen them. I'll tell this story really quick, because I don't think we have much time left. But one of I finally had to admit I was a medium, because I was at a bar. I was at a bar and grill having I think a margarita and some chicken wings. And somebody came in, and she didn't believe in anything. But there was this guy, and it was a crowded place. There was this guy trying to get her attention. He kept saying, "Hey, hey." He looks at me and he goes, "I don't know why. She won't answer me. She won't pay any attention to me. I just don't understand it." And I looked at her and I said, "Hey, why won't you pay attention to this guy? He's trying to talk to you." And she goes, "Who?" I said, "The guy right here standing beside you." And she goes, "There's a guy standing beside you. What does he look like?"
My God.
And I described him, and she said, "Oh, well, what is he saying?" I said, "Oh, you don't see him. That means he's passed on." She said, "Yes, I did have somebody pass on. What is he saying?" And I told her what he said. And she just looked so shocked. She was like, "Oh my God." Her whole paradigm just collapsed right that moment, because she didn't believe in
He
anything.
wasn't a believer. Yeah.
And then I had to admit to myself, I'm a medium.
So it was like two whammies in one.
Yeah, it should have been blatantly obvious long before that. I'm a medium, but but then I just realized, yeah, I am definitely a medium, because okay, yeah, that's what I am. Wow. And then he said, "All right, she doesn't believe it. I'll prove it to her." He says, "I have been leaving her presence." And I said, he's been leaving you presents. It's something small and kind of round, kind of oval, kind of gray brown. And it kind of reminds me of a brain. And she said walnuts. I said,
Oh,
yeah, that would fit walnuts. She said, oh my God, I've been finding them all over the place. Well, he used to leave me walnuts as a calling card to let me know he was there because he always had some with him. And I kept thinking I got rid of all of them, but then another one would show up. And I couldn't figure it out. I said, well, he's been leaving it to let you know he's been there, to try and get your attention. She's there going, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I'm an atheist. I said, well, that's the problem. That's why I can't get in touch with you. You're an atheist. You don't believe in this stuff. You would love to get in touch. I said, you know what? He just told me he's going to leave you something that is indisputable to let you know for sure that he was looking for you, that he was communicating, that this was real. He's not telling me what it is, but it's going to be a surprise, and you'll know it's him. And sure enough, a few days later, she comes up, she says, when I got home, I know I had cleaned off the kitchen table. I know I had locked the door. I know nobody else had been there. But right in the middle of my kitchen table, the size about the size and shape of a walnut, was a great big sugary nug. That was him.
no way. That's
I had to laugh. I'm there, like, serious.
that's the greatest gift too. Shoot.
She said, yep, that would be him. Without a doubt, that would be him.
And you're at about 13 minutes, just so you know, Dee.
So, when she told me that, and then she said, I'm still not sure I really believe in this stuff, though. I'm there, yeah, what do you want? An engraved plaque saying, I was here. Ah, dear. The people get so ingrained in their paradigms, they just can't. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, God, bud. That was probably some pretty good stuff, Ghost Bud.
Shit right there, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, really, that's definitely a Kent story, though. You know it's from Kent when you hear that. That's a Kent story. So I just took it in stride, like, okay, that would be him. Okay. And actually, that might be a good note to end it on. Paranormal pot. Perfect. Jarvis said paranormal pot. Okay.
Ectoplasm would be the name of that bud.
Oh, gosh. You guys are great. I love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. Please join me tomorrow at about the same time. If we don't have another update that takes all the time. But we'll be back on and we'll find something cool to chat about, okay, and stories to tell, and we'll sit around the campfire together and tell stories around the virtual campfire.
Well, it's fun. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you so much for coming on. It was wonderful. You're a great guest. I hope you come on again sometime when you have something to say. Just let me know. And you're invited back on.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna leave the studio and let you give your adieu.
Okay, yeah, there's a button, leave studio. I don't want to kick you out. I'm too polite to kick people out. Yes, Lucid, what a sweetheart. That's also Lady. We used to know her as Lady Death back on this show on Portal. So, love you guys. Thank you for coming. Hope you got something out of it, and I hope that your best and highest manifestations come true and come to you in a wonderful way. And just thank you for being you. I love you. You're great. You always are the best chat room. I appreciate it. I'm going to end out now. Remember, make waves. I do. It's how we do get things done. And the truth is where you find it. I hope you're finding some of it here. Good night.